Okay, so hi guys, in this video we are going to look at EOQ with opening stocks. So we'll take a question on EOQ where there is opening stock also. So if you see in general in other questions, they only give annual requirement, ordering cost, carrying cost, that's it. Okay, but in this question, which is from old syllabus practice manual, they have given some stocks also. This is an important question. Why? Because recently they have started asking tricky questions from basic concepts. If you see in solved examples which are given on institute's website, there is also a question on combined EOQ. Okay, I have also put up a video on that, you can watch it. Okay, so this is a question on EOQ with opening stocks now. Okay, so let's go to the question directly and let's see how to solve it. Okay, fine. So this is the question. If you want to refer practice manual, it is in old syllabus practice manual question number 17. So right now let's read the question and let's try to solve it. Aditya Limited produces a product X using a raw material D. To produce 1 unit of X, 2 kg of D is required. The X is their product, D is their raw material. As per sales forecast conducted by the company, it will be able to sell 10,000 units of X in the coming year. The following is the information regarding raw material D. Reorder quantity ROQ is 200 less than economic order quantity. So their ROQ is going to be EOQ minus 200. Fine. Then maximum consumption per day is 20 kgs more than average consumption per day. That is okay. There is an opening stock of 1000 kgs. Time required to get raw material from supplier, that is lead time, is 4 to 8 days. Purchase price is 125 per kg. So normal information is given. Now there's a twist. Understand? This opening stock of 1000 kgs was related to what? Raw material D. So raw material D, we have 1000 kgs in stock as opening stock. And there is an opening stock of 900 units of finished product X. So for finished product also we have opening stock of 900 units. Rate of interest charged by bank on cash credit facility is 13.76. That is for carrying cost, we know. To place an order, company has to incur 720 on paper and documentation work. That is what ordering cost per order, right? From the above information, find out the followings in relation to raw material D. ROQ, which is EOQ minus 200, maximum level, minimum level, and impact on profitability by not ordering that EOQ. Take 364 days for a year. Okay. Let's try to solve. Now the problem is for EOQ, first thing they have asked is ROQ. For that we need EOQ. Let's see what data we have for EOQ already. Okay. For EOQ, what do we need first of all? EOQ is what? Square root of 2 into annual requirement into ordering cost per order upon carrying cost per unit per annum. Let's see what we already have. We already have ordering cost per order because they have directly given it. That is how much? 720 rupees, right? So 720 rupees is ordering cost per order. Then we can calculate carrying cost per unit per annum. Their purchase price is 125. So 125 rupees will be blocked per kg at 13.76%. So carrying cost will be 125 into 13.76%, which is 17.2 rupees per annum and per unit, obviously. So per unit per annum. Okay. Now the problem is with annual requirement. I have seen most of the students go wrong with annual requirement of this question. Annual requirement is where most of the students face a doubt. Now, what I would suggest, those who are watching the video, what I would suggest is pause the video, take a screenshot of this. Pause the video, take a screenshot of this. Again, pause the video, take a screenshot of this. Again, pause the video, try to solve it by yourself for 5, 10, 15 minutes. Then resume the video and solve. Okay, don't directly see the answer, that is of no use. Try to solve by yourself first, then look at the answer which will solve together. Okay, so I'm assuming you have all paused the video and then resumed it. You have tried by yourself. Now let's try. So let's see what is annual requirement. This annual requirement is of raw material D. Now understand carefully, 10,000 is not the answer. because 10,000 is 10,000 units of finished product. That is what we have to sell in the year. So units to be sold of X are 10,000 units. But of those 10,000, we will not have to produce entire 10,000. Why? Because we already have some in opening stock. Understand? See, there is an opening stock of 900 units of finished product X. That means we already have some in opening stock. So if we deduct that opening stock of 900 units, we get 9,100 units, which is units to be produced, right? Units to be produced. These many units you have to make. इतने बनाने हमें इतने units. Okay. Now to make these units, if you take this as annual requirement, that is also wrong, because in the first line they have given that for 1 unit of X 2 kg of D is required. That means for every unit of X we need 2 kgs of D. So for 9,100 units, D required will be 9,100 into 2, that is 18,200, right? Correct. 18,200 kgs. Fine. But this is also not the annual requirement because we also have D in opening stock. Okay. Why do we deduct opening stock of D? Understand, EOQ is for ordering, economic order quantity. If we already have something in opening stock, that means we don't have to order it, right? So we'll deduct opening stock so that we don't order it. Opening stock of D is 1000 units. Here it is given. Opening stock of 1000 kgs of D. So let's deduct that 1000 kg stock. That gives us quantity to be ordered, or D to be purchased. D to be purchased as 17,200 kgs. This will be our annual requirement. This will be our annual requirement. Why? Because this is what we have to actually purchase, and for that we are calculating economic order quantity. Order means only for that which we have to purchase. So now based on this we can calculate EOQ now. Let's try to calculate EOQ. See if you have understood this concept carefully. So EOQ we have already done the formula, 2 into annual requirement, which is 17,200, into ordering cost per order, which is 720, divided by carrying cost per unit per annum, which is 17.2. That gives us how much? 1200 kgs. This is our EOQ. Okay. But still this is also not the answer, because in first point they have asked reorder quantity, and in the first paragraph itself they are saying that, in the first point itself they are saying that ROQ is 200 less than EOQ. So their ROQ is going to be EOQ minus 200, which is 1000 kgs. Okay. Is this clear to everyone? If yes, let's go to remaining part. Now remaining part is easy comparatively because we know how to calculate that. What is asked? Maximum stock level, minimum stock level. Okay. For maximum, minimum, both stock levels, we will need reorder level. They have not given ROL anywhere. So we'll need ROL. Let's try to find ROL. Now for ROL also there is one tricky point. Okay. We have to calculate maximum stock level in second point. For that, let's try to find ROL first. Now formula of ROL is what? Maximum consumption into maximum lead time. Now the problem is, we have maximum lead time, that is okay. Maximum lead time is 8 days. 4 to 8, that means maximum lead time is 8 days. How do we get maximum consumption? They have not given consumption anywhere. So we have to find it from raw material quantity. Now understand very carefully. How much raw material is to be consumed during the year? Consumed means used. Okay. See from this table, how much raw material is to be consumed. It is not 17,200. We are going to consume 18,200 raw material. Understand why? 17,200 we are going to purchase, but we are going to consume, that is use 18,200. That is the basis of ROL, because ROL depends on material consumed. Why material consumed? Because even if we have something in opening stock, ROL will have to be adjusted according to that, right? So opening stock matters for ROL, we have to consider it. But for EOQ, we are not going to consider. That is why we deducted opening stock for EOQ. Okay, so for ROL, we need material consumed. Consumed is required. So 18,200 is our annual consumption, 18,200 per annum. But this lead time is in days, 8 days. So we have to take consumption per day. Okay, first of all, that is not maximum. So let's make it a separate note. Consumption, let me write it in a separate note. Consumption will be 18,200 per annum for 364 days, because at the end of the question they have given that consider 364 days. That means 18,200 divided by 364, that is 50 per day. Okay, 18,200 divided by 364, that is 50 per day. So 50 per day is consumption, but this is average consumption. Now we need maximum consumption. They have given one more line for this. What line? Maximum consumption per day is 20 kgs more than average consumption per day. Okay, that is good for us. So 20 more than average, that means therefore maximum consumption is 50 plus 20, 70 kgs per day. That is what we'll take here, 70 kgs per day into 8 days. So that gives us what? 70 into 8, 560. 560, oh sorry. 560 kgs is reorder level. Okay. Now we can calculate maximum stock level, but one more thing is required, that is minimum consumption. Okay. Now minimum consumption, understand why it does become thick. Okay, fine. For minimum consumption, understand if maximum consumption is 20 more than average, then minimum consumption will be 20 less than average, right? Because it is average, arithmetic mean. So it is exactly in the middle. If maximum is 20 more, minimum will be 20 less, that is 30 kgs per day. Why do we need this? Because for maximum stock level, now we'll need ROL plus ROQ, which we have both, minus minimum consumption into minimum lead time, right? So ROL we have got as 560 plus ROQ, there ROQ is 1000, not 1200, and then minus minimum consumption 30 into minimum lead time was 4. Okay, 4 to 8 days, so minimum lead time is 4. So this gives us how much? 30 into 4 is 120 and 1440. That is maximum stock level. Check if you have got it. Third point that they have asked is minimum stock level. Minimum stock level, we can directly use the formula. Minimum stock level is just rearrangement of second ROL formula, which is ROL minus average consumption into average lead time. So ROL is 560 minus average consumption we just got 50 into average lead time means what? Average of 4 and 8, which is 6. 8 plus 4 by 2. So that gives us how much? 260. That is minimum stock level. Okay, fine. So stock level part is done. Last part of the question is calculate impact on profitability of company by not ordering the EOQ. That is easy. I mean, that comes in lot of questions, right? So let's prepare a statement. Impact on profitability due to ROQ. That is, there are different ROQ, right? So let's make a table like this, particulars. Maybe if we calculate EOQ, what happens, and if we calculate ROQ, what happens? First, what is the reorder quantity at these levels? EOQ we have 1200 units and ROQ we have 1000 units, right? Fine. Now understand there is no discount or anything, so we don't need to consider purchase cost. The only things that we have to consider is our ordering cost and carrying cost. So for ordering cost, we'll need number of orders first. Number of orders. In the year, we have to order total 17,200 kgs divided by 0.8, right? That means EOQ is 1200 units, so 1200 kgs. So 17,200 divided by 1200, that gives us 14.3333 orders. 14.3 recurring, which must be rounded up to 15 orders, right? We have to round it up because we cannot round it down. And 17200 divided by 1000 is what? 17.2. That is 18 orders. So let's check ordering cost now. Ordering cost. We know that ordering cost is 720 per order into number of orders, which is B. So 15 into 720, here it is 10,800, and there it is 18 into 720, which is 12,960. Okay. Then point number D, carrying cost. Carrying cost is what? ROQ by 2, whatever is ROQ, average, multiplied by carrying cost per unit per annum. So which was 17.2 if you remember, right? Denominator of EOQ formula 17.2. Okay, so that will be 1200 by 2 into 17.2. That gives us 10,320, and 1000 by 2 into 17.2, that gives us 8,600. Let's calculate total cost. 10,800 plus 10,320 is 21,120, and 12,960 plus 8,600 is 21,560. So what is impact of not ordering at EOQ? This is EOQ, right? EOQ gives us lesser cost. So if we don't order at EOQ, we are incurring how much more cost? 21,560 minus 21,120, which is 440 more. 440 loss because of not ordering at EOQ. Why are we not getting same ordering and carrying cost here? Because we have rounded off the number of orders. If you don't round it off, then you will get the same answer. That is okay. But you should round off always from exam point of view. Okay. Nothing else is asked, I guess. So this was a different question. You should study such different questions because recently, if you observe past few papers, they have started asking tricky questions, not simple questions. Even in standard costing, service costing, some tricky questions are asked which are very good. So you should practice more and more as much as possible. Okay, fine. So I hope this is clear. If you have any doubt, let me know in comments. Okay, so bye everyone. Let's stop.